Hello everyone, my name is Lorthorn, and today I want to talk to you about Minecraft, specifically 1.18.1, I believe it's called. And I want to talk about the top mods. Now, how I've decided the top mods is I grabbed a couple of the most downloaded and a bunch of the most popular. And I put them all together into a little pack, and this is, of course, popularity based off CurseForge statistics. So, with that said, let's look at this. And surprisingly, as much as things change, things stay the same. Now, one of the first mods I want to point out, and it is very easy to notice, is this one. Well, once we get rid of the tutorial. Yes, right there in the top right, the map. World map seems to be an incredibly popular mod. Proper name for it being JourneyMap. It's always been really, really high up there in the top most popular mods, and it seems to consistently hold that place. People just don't like getting lost. They like knowing where things are, and world map's actually really useful. You can do different settings with it. You can add waystones with a cheat mode. You can teleport to those waystones. It is really quite convenient. There's also ways to look at it as an overmap, and you can just find your way around. It's quite a handy mod, allowing you basically to find your way about. I personally actually dislike this mod quite a bit because you look at the mod instead of looking at the world, and you actually don't learn where you are. As I've found over many years of playing, you tend to figure out where you are quite well, as long as you're relatively close to a spawn. And I mean relatively close is within 4 kilometers. By looking at, well, waypoints. And by waypoints I mean, what is it called? Landmarks. By looking at landmarks, having various different landmarks, and basing your world off landmarks and learning. So instead of playing through the map, you actually play through the world and look at landmarks. But the JourneyMaps isn't a bad mod, it's just a little bit of a different mod. Another mod very much related to the JourneyMaps in some ways, is the mod that is causing this calcite, the world to look weird like this in 1.18. And that is, of course, Biomes O Plenty. A mod that's been, well, in Minecraft for a really long time, and it just adds more biomes to the game. A lot more biomes. 40 new biomes. Integrated very nicely with 1.18.1 is causing a little bit of lag troubles world spawning, and it just gives a new look to the world. It's, well, lets you explore a little bit more and a little bit differently. It's fun. I like it. It's a good mod. I don't know if it's always necessary, but it's never unwelcome. Biomes O Plenty is definitely one of my favorite mods, and you can just quite often find it in any pack. It adds a whole bunch of new clutter to your world, which, I mean, who doesn't mind a little bit of clutter, a few new types of wood to play with, a few new things. I mean, you can get a rainbow birch. Who doesn't want a rainbow birch? That sounds like happiness, you know? A rainbow birch. I mean, really, you'd have to be a psychopath not to have this in your world. We'll find out. Oh, see, look at it. It's just nice and totally casual and cool. I bet another one will probably be a slightly different color. No, but okay. Yeah, but they're just nice looking. Complete maniac. And just, look at this. This actually integrates really nicely with the new world gen. They did a splendid job connecting to the rivers, doing subtle blending of the biomes. We have this wonderful biome here, a rainforest, which it tells us in the little map on Journeys. Although it's quite small, you can barely make it out. I'll magnify that for you right now. Yeah, it's another one of the mods which you just typically see in all packs, and of course, it is again the most popular, one of the most downloaded mods in all of Minecraft. Even for 1.18.1, they still have it as incredibly popular up there. Yeah, this is a good mod. Now, a mod that surprised me in its popularness is Nature's Compass. Why does Nature Compass surprise me? Well, Nature's Compass is a relatively simple tool to make within Minecraft. It's just trees and stuff. And what Nature Compass allows you to do is it can show you where to find various different places. So I say I want to find a bog from Biomes O Plenty. And so I'll tell it to start searching for the bog. And it'll point out the bog to me. It points me to the next nearest bog. So, okay. So it's the compass that points up the nearest bog. That's kind of cool. And also, if you wish to be playing with cheats with it, I can say, alright, I want to instead teleport to this bog. And so I can select the bog. And yeah, it just points you to where various different locations are. And it lets you know them. However, it's a bit of a cheat item in my opinion in some ways. I don't know. Because there's a function within the game which is /locate biome. And then you can find a biome. Now you could argue that this actually directs you a little bit better to said biome, which it does, and it does have a teleportation feature, which does not appear to be working right now, so there's that. Also, you have to build this as an item, but its relative price is so cheap that it's actually not much of a difference between, well, cheating for it and just using this item. So I don't know about the Nature's Compass, but apparently a lot of people quite like it, although I really don't find it necessary, especially for this version of Minecraft where you have a search function. Because, well, I am actually quite the pervasive user of this mod. I only use it when I'm using 1.12.2. So, go figure. Now, you can't help but notice what's going on in this side panel, and that's, of course, JI, just enough items. It will always be in Minecraft, I think, for any pack anyone has, unless they're a psychopath. You'll have JEI. Everyone loves JEI. JEI is a great mod. It shows you all the different recipes and all the different bits and bobs, how to craft things, how to make things. And speaking of bits and bobs, it's Chisel Bits. I'm surprised this mod is so popular still, because it's always felt like a bit of a gimmick to me. But it's still up there, and yeah, it's weird. It's just such a weird mod. It gives you the Chisel Bits, these small little decorative things. And I guess it's for decorative building or something. You can make something pretty out of it. Place your little bits down in valid spots and have it load for you. And it's actually come a bit of a way that you can build pretty in-depth with chiseled bits, but it's just so finicky and it's rather bizarre. I don't think I've ever really used chiseled bits, and I'm having a bit of difficulty using it right now. Before me are two other very popular, very famous mods. One I think deservingly, and the other one is because there's no better option and people have Stockholm Syndrome to it. So the first amazing and brilliant mod is the one that involves this goo up here. These little islands. You look up in the sky, you see them, you know you're going to have a good day. These are of course from Tinker's Construct, one of my favorite mods of all time. Now, many people argue that Tinker's Construct is OP, and let's be honest, Tinker's Construct is OP. But Tinker's Construct is a really, really nice mod to have. I love having Tinker's Construct in my game. It's just, there's something nice about having Tinker's Construct, and it gives you, I think, my favorite items in the whole game, which is the slingshot and slime boots. Not only because they're really fun with their bouncing, but also they make you immune to fall damage, which is something I struggle with quite a bit. And the slime shot for being the absolute ultimate travel item, while still being not that good, because you have to turn backwards to use it, which makes it a bit of a nightmare to properly work together. And so you use these items in tandem with something like a Elytra or a glider or who knows what, and you can have yourself a whale of a time. And I just really like them from Tinker's Construct. But also Tinker's Construct's items are a lot of fun, and I love the process of Tinker's Construct of pouring out the stuff and working through all of it, making the giant furnace, collecting the resources, forging the swords together. It's a really fun process with just all these different items here. It's really enjoyable. Some of my favorite things from Minecraft, and just how good the tools get to be, because people say they're overpowered, but I don't mind that. And the reason why I don't mind them being overpowered because I like to be able to work faster in Minecraft. The reason I get diamonds is so I can cut down trees faster. Why do I want to cut down trees faster? So I can build more. Why do I want to be able to dig faster? So I can clear out the terrain quicker, so I can finish that build. I don't mind this overpowerness. I don't want to have to spend all my time slowly breaking every single block. And that makes me really, really enjoy Tinker's Construct. I actually love this mod. It's definitely one of my favorite mods. It just has so many of my favorite things in it. Processes. I really love the molten metals and the processes of pouring them. I think that's really cool. It's very, very just good, I think. It's a nice aesthetic. Aesthetic? Yes, a nice aesthetic with the old forge and the pulling of the molten metals. Oh, and they also just look so good. Look at that. You got yourself some of this molten quartz. No, that's a little gross looking. But, oh, the molten iron in a bucket? No, that's pretty good. And just getting to pour all that out. Ooh, molten queen slime. Delicious. Molten electrum. I mean, who doesn't like this? Having it flow out and also just in the forge itself and all these ideas. It's really good. No, Tinker's Construct is great. It also just adds the lava wood, which is a cool block. It looks really nice. Alright, now let's move on to the Stockholm Mod. Now you can probably already guess what it is, and I'm not surprised. It's a very popular mod, but still, oh boy. Applied Energistics, or Energistics 2. Well, it's constantly being worked on. The item cells definitely look a little bit different. It's gone through updates. And it's a storage mod, and people like storage mods. And it allows you to have a ridiculous amount of storage and it eases the system. It's a computer mod. It tries to be very balanced. You have to find these things, and you have to, oh god, break into them. And then once you get to their cores, you go find this chest, and you get the stuff from it. You get the logistics place, and you have to print everything out. And, well, Anagystics has definitely updated since I last used it, with these different looking cells and a few new things and a few changed things, but at its core it's still the same of a nightmare of a mod to get running for late game storage. And also it clutters up everything with these cable panels, and these facades are meant to cover up the transportation cables for your whole network, which I guess is fair enough, but it makes your JI just a nightmare to navigate. And open cables look cool, and it's an old holdover from mods of the past. Is old holdover from people's love for the mods of Tinker's Construct and Builds Craft. Sorry, not Tinker's of Builds Craft and Technic. That's it, the Technic launcher. It's a holdover from that, and sort of proceeding the idea with the pipes and transporting stuff, and just having a massive storage system with the computer screen, the heads up, and you can do stuff in. And a lot of mods have it because it's you put it into a big pack, and then it's like, this is the ultimate storage device, and you have it in your not enough, what is it called? You have it in all the mods, and you have it in your challenge packs, like escaping the nether, and try to survive until you get through all the ages and the sky blocks. It's a good upgrade to get eventually, but it's a nightmare to work with, and I mean, it's a storage mod. But there's a storage mod which is actually more popular than it, although I haven't actually figured this mod out myself yet. I have to look into it more. That's storage drawers. Now, I'm not surprised storage drawers is immensely popular because it's actually a quite nice mod. You got your drawers and your keys and stuff, and, well, these drawers hold item stacks in them. So you put down your drawers, sounds a little dirty, and then you take your supplies, whatever they may be, and you get, okay, you're going to store all my dirt. And it has all your dirt in it. And then these half drawers, well, you can store my stone, and you can store my gravel, you can store my stone, then your stone gravels in them. And you can apply upgrades, and when it comes to crafting these things, oh boy, aren't they way more simple to craft? Look at the basic storage drawer. Tons of storage for a single item. You set up a wall of these, you can have all your basic blocks, you can go in and grab them, pull them out. It's brilliant. I should really actually look into storage drawers a bit more because it's a nice mod, and I can definitely see why it's so popular. Now, luckily with this thing, we can see a lot of the mods. However, some mods are more subtle and you can't see them. And while those mods are mods like the mouse tweak mod, which when you play Minecraft and have it, you get used to it. And then you play base game Minecraft and you don't have it and you go, what on earth is going on? And so it's various different things like being able to do this and then pull them all together. This is mouse tweaks or inventory tweaks. And it's great. I love it so much. It's a very nice mod. And you can have the stretch out. You can evenly divide, I believe, if you hold down shift, and then you can stretch out and even divide in your inventory. Double click to pull everything together. Yeah, you can shift to put things in your inventory. They stack up nicely. Inventory tweaks or mouse tweaks, can't quite remember, is very nice. And of course there's crafting tweaks as well, which is a mod very popular and should always be a mod you install. It's hard to see, but it is definitely there. Definitely at the forefront of your mind. Crafting station from Tinker's Construct is also so good, because you can just leave stuff in it. Isn't that great? Sorry, but back to the crafting tweaks. This mod, I believe, just adds a few nice features to crafting and makes it easier to maneuver through crafting as well. They're all good mods. All really great. Another mod you don't really see is Quark. Now Quark adds just things that should be in Minecraft. One of the initial things that Quark's added, which made me fall immediately in love with it, is it allowed you to hold consistency with breaking. So you know when a block is just too high up for you to reach, but you can jump and punch it? What Quark allowed you to do is to let you continually jump and keep hitting the thing, and you'd actually break it over time from the jumping. And so you could do that, and that's a very nice thing that Quark added. I love that about Quark. And Quark just has a bunch of small beneficial features to Minecraft, and it sort of came out of nowhere. I remember my brother telling me about it and telling me how amazing it was, and this one modder had made Quark, and how everyone's like, oh, this mod's so cool, check out Quark. And it's sort of unknown, but my brother even said this is going to become an immensely popular mod. He was right on that account. Oh my god. They added, you bounce off walls. Sorry, this is just a revelation with the slime shoes, because they not only do they give you a bonus jump, but I believe they have like a little bit of bouncing on wall-like surfaces. That's kind of fun. Sorry. But yeah, no, Quark was great for that. It's just tons of little features and little things that should be in Minecraft, like the crabs and the frog legs. Added a bit more cooking, I believe. It just basically fixed a whole bunch of little holes that existed in Minecraft and filled them in, and then added a few things as well. So it adds, hey look, it adds more bookshelves, so it's a little bit of decoration that should be there. It adds a few more steps, it adds the multicolored frames. Adds just a few more steps, a few more bricks you can work with. And that's a very nice thing. It adds these hedges, because why not have hedges? People love hedges. This is in fact new in Quark. But, oh, that's really nice. It's just, oh, that's something that should be in Minecraft. And that's what Quark is, hey, that's something that should be in Minecraft. And the different chests, oh, look at that. Got the jungle chest, it's a little design. We got the dark oak chest, it's its own little design. We got the stools, because why not? We have these sweet blossoms. I mean, those aren't necessary, but each of them. The crystal caves, add more interesting caves. A few new redstone things to the game. A few more potions. The boomerangs, which are amazing. I love the boomerangs. Bucket of slime. Who doesn't want a slime in a bucket? Can't remember 100% what it does. Adds broken glass shards. It adds archaeologists, because why not? Adds just a whole bunch of stuff. It adds a few more songs to the game as well. And it adds the runes. So it's just, hey, this could be in the game. And then, hey, this is in the game. Like this. It's a block. That's a torch. Really simple. Really nice idea. Frisbee. Mine from a distance. Comes back to you. It's kind of silly. Doesn't stop it from being fun. And that's just the quirky nature of Quark. Now, a mod that I'm surprised is so popular, but in fact it makes sense, is of course Immersive Engineering. The engineering mod that adds technology that actually feels appropriate to Minecraft to a certain extent. It's sort of Industrial Revolution technology that you can take a little bit further, but it's harnessing the power of wind and creating yourself a windmill is its sort of ideas, or making a motor, running engines, having a giant drill. It also invokes the feeling of the old Buildcraft Tinker's Construct, but all contained within one simple mod that actually doesn't ask too much of you. You can run it and it's simple. It's fun. It's got good feels to it. It's got nice little things going on and running through it. Tinker's Construct was a passion of mine for a short while. One of my favorite things are these. Although people say they lag the game and you shouldn't use them, I just absolutely love them. I think they're just the best. I'm really happy to see that this mod has continued. It's probably relatively easy to port mods after a certain point, but just to see it continue to 1.18.1 is great. And I also really like these things. You make the giant windmill walls and you have to connect Daimyo. And of course it's not running because this is, well, terribly set up, but there we go. And then you got the sails and you're like, okay, we got this thing running now. That's pretty cool. Then you can upgrade. It's like, let's add a few new things to it and they'll spin faster. And then you can have your floodlight, but your floodlight needs a power source, and so you get batteries and you attach wires and strings to stuff, and it just all goes so nicely together. And Tinker's Construct just works well, and I'm happy to see it just continually got improved. And yeah, it is a mod that makes sense. This aesthetic fits Minecraft. It fits this world. Like, look at this world around you. And Immersive Engineering definitely fits it. I love Immersive Engineering. It is one of my favorite mods. Now, Minecraft is a building game. People like it building aesthetics. And so, MrCrayfish comes to the rescue by improving those aesthetics. You want chairs? MrCrayfish has got you. You can sit in his chairs. You can sit on his tables. Well, not really. You can look at his drawers. You can open his cabinets. Oh, look, there's stuff inside them. The drawers actually pull out at their own animation. You can add sofas. You can even add blinds. You can shade them open and close. You can look through at your blinds like a nosy neighbor. What's Sally doing over there? Oh, I knew it. This slut. She's going out and... with the milkman again. Sorry. This was very kids-friendly until I said that. Very kids-friendly. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. Well then. Truth be told, although I say I'm family-friendly, kids aren't allowed to watch it. I don't have the YouTube kids. You have to be 13 years or older. Yeah. Just looking through the fence or the blinds or whatever. The blue picket fences. Look at that. Oh, yeah, MrCrayfish, it's like, you want a wholesome living room life? Here, have a kitchen sink. Yeah, I'm going to give you everything in the kitchen sink. MrCrayfish's mod is great. He has a lot of them, but barbecue grills, birdhouses, mailboxes. Man's a genius. An absolute genius. I love MrCrayfish's work. And it's definitely, that's the reason why it's so popular, is it's just like, people can just look at that and go, ah, that's great. You do it, man. You do it. Next is a bit of a weird one. What on earth is going on here? Well, someone decided to improve the world under the sea. Now, it's kind of hard to see in the deep ocean. And Minecraft has had a lot of work done with its oceans. But someone added a mod that's just more under the sea stuff. So there's new fishing rods, which actually look like proper fishing rods. There's the iron fishing rod. Diamond and Neptune's fishing rod may have Neptune ingots and Neptune armor and weapons, and you can do some insane fishing. There's all sorts of new kinds of fish you can get with these things, and it's just to improve the fishing aspect of the game. Now, I really couldn't care less about this myself. But I understand the appeal. Some people like upgrading the ocean, and having a mod that upgrades your ocean is very nice. And so again, it's a mod that makes sense to add to the game. You have a filleting knife, it just expands the seas, and you can do just a little bit more with them. And, well, that's pretty cool and pretty nifty. Nothing against it, not for it myself. After that, we have Waystones, which, well, I have a whole video dedicated to this mod for my absolute love of it. And Waystones is the travel mod, unless you teleport between Waystone to Waystone. Now, it doesn't appear to be working right now. I have absolutely no idea why. Probably missing something. Doesn't stop me from loving Waystones. Doesn't stop me from liking this mod a lot. It is one of my favorite mods out there. And I'm always happy to have it around. Always happy to have Waystones to travel to. And I guarantee it'll be working again. Well, just check out my video. I'll put a little eye dot thing. I think it's the first time I've ever done that. To the Waystones mod review. Because I think that video is definitely worth a watch. A lot of Tinker's Construct stuff. The smeltery, all that. Storage drawers. And then elevators. Somehow, this mod has stood the test of time for a very, very long time. And it adds a feature which is very nice. But it's just, I guess if it works, don't fix it. That's kind of the idea behind the elevator mod, is it does work. It lets you go to the next story, up and down. And yeah, if it works, don't fix it, don't change it, just leave the elevators as are, have the different color elevators, run it as you will. It's always just a surprising thing to see a mod as old as this stand the test of time while being so simplistic. But it's so simplistically good. So simplistically good. Now, another very popular mod is a mod that makes the tree leaves decay. It's the leaf decay mod, and it's basically when there's no longer wood attached to it, it's going to immediately eliminate all leaves. And there's always been this problem in Minecraft where you cut down a tree and then the leaves just stick around forever, and you're like, oh, come on, just decay already. Well, it gets rid of them. And people, I think, for a long time have enjoyed that mod. And then there's What on Earth Did I Just Do There? And that's the ore excavation mod. And it lets you hold down a hotkey and then excavate everything of that block type, if you have an appropriate tool and enough food to do it. And it's just like the quick mining mod. So it proportionally uses food and durability and accelerates the process of mining. And some people are like, oh, this is overpowered. But really, let's consider it. I have this much food. I hold down the key. It does it faster, but uses up the durability. It doesn't do it in a complete zone. It doesn't eliminate all the stone. But it just gets the job done. It uses all the same resources and it just saves you time. And I'm all about having more time, because there's never enough time in life. And I think you should enjoy Minecraft. You know? Enjoy the game you're playing. And it's just... Why spend so much of your life punching blocks? And that being said, there can be enjoyment to trusting the process and going along with it and letting it go as it will. And I can appreciate that. But also, sometimes you just want to nuke all the sand in your area out of existence really fast, because you just need to clear it to do whatever you're building, or you need a lot of sand. And it's really nice to have that option. Tinker's Construct, I think, is a bit of a balance between the two, because you have the excavation shovel and all of that. But this mod just just lets you take care of the mess, so to say. And I've always really appreciated it. And it's another, I think, reason why it's in the top 18. It's just the top mods of the 1.18.1s. It's just, well, bam! It's so simple. It gets the job done. And people really like that and appreciate that. It's just so interesting to see that although Minecraft has changed so much, the main mods and ideas behind it have stayed relatively the same. Some mods have just stuck around forever, like Tinker's Construct, like the elevator mod. Quark is a bit of a new addition to that, and when I say a bit of new adaptation to it, Quark has even been around for a long time. Not as long as some of the others, but still. And everyone just loves these mods now, and they keep encouraging the creators to port them forward. The Immersive Engineering's been around for a while. Applied Energistics. I mean, this is Applied Energistics too. It's a continuation idea. But Biomes O Plenty. Like, there's just so many crazy things to it. Like, locate biome. And then we could go to a cherry blossom grove if we wish to. And oh, isn't that lovely? And then we got Shamrock Field, Cherry Blossom Grove. It's a very small one, but it's just this. Yeah, these mods are the top mods for a reason. Most downloaded, most popular. They're just solid mods. They're the backbone of the game. There's more interesting mods. There's cooler mods. I mean, maybe not true when it comes to immersive engineering in some aspects, but like, you have these mods as the backbone to your mod pack. They make Minecraft better. And in some cases, you could make the point that they might be taking something away from Minecraft. They might be breaking the idea with this Excavation mod, or the Compass mod, or the Waystones mod. But to a certain point, I think they give more than they take away to the game, and they really help exemplify the amazing and great things about Minecraft. And each one, you can argue your point against them, but you can also argue a lot of good points for them. It definitely depends on what you want to play. Even then, there's certain mods that I just don't like playing Minecraft without. Like, well, I don't like playing it without the inventory tweaks. Like, the ability to shift my inventory around in this way is very nice. With the mouse tweaks, that's so nice. With the crafting things, it's good. JI is a take or go. Sometimes it can be fun to figure out the recipes, but at a certain point, there's just so many different recipes and it's so complicated that you just want to know how to make things, and it lets you do it, and that's very nice. And sure, there's that magical moment when you first played Minecraft, like, this is how you make a pick. This is how you make a shovel. Oh, I bet this is how you make a door. And that was really fun. Like, you remember that, and that was really fun. But then, after a certain point, you learned it, and the logic is gone after a point with the mod. Like, sure, it's there slightly, but you just can't bother to hold that much. And having this tool to help you out is quite nice, and you don't have to go running to a wiki every single time you want to figure out how to craft something. And it all just balances out and just works, you know? And I just, yeah, I really like modded Minecraft. I really like 1.18. I like the majesty and the spawn, and just seeing these core mods persist and last for as long as they have is really nice. And while I do want to see new mods and new ideas and new innovations, having these feels like, I don't know, almost like, yeah, this is Minecraft. You come home to this, you go to mod Minecraft, you can expect this. Maybe not in every pack, but you know where you stand. And it's just nice to know where you stand. It's nice to feel like, yeah, here's Tinker's Construct. It's pretty good. Yeah, here's Quark. It's got some quirky things to it. Hey, do you want to play around with some conveyor belts? Alright, I got some conveyor belts for you. You want to throw a boomerang? Why not? Storage? No problem, we can store anything you want. You want some silly furniture to sit in? We got you covered, buddy. MrCrayfish, give you a chair. Take it, eat load off. Man, I really want to explore new places. Well, Biomes O Plenty can take you there. And it's just, yeah. It's nice. Nice to have. Nice to know that's there, and nice to have them keep being worked on, keep being poured. Because sometimes it's like, oh man, I really enjoyed that mod. Is it in this? Oh no, it's not. But these mods that are just at the top, and it's like, yeah, they're here. They're here. And you can play with them. You can keep going forward. This is the way that Minecraft is for you. I don't know, it's just something nice about it. Rambled maybe a bit. And my world is having problems. So is my computer. Probably should restart it soon. That's what this really means. And that's what, well, modding Minecraft also means, is this starts to happen to you. It's all a part of the experience in the world and the play, isn't it? My goodness. It's such a wonderful thing. Yeah, I guess those are the top mods. Not much more to say. I'll probably put them in the description. Maybe. Who knows. Also want to take a look at shaders. Shaders aren't as big as a thing for me. I don't use them, but I want to take a look at a bunch of the shaders for 1.18 as well. See what they do to the game. Well, that's the top mods for Minecraft for 1.18.5. Most downloaded, most popular. You can argue with me, but the statistics of the facts say otherwise, so you're wrong. And with that declaration of war and my own righteousness, I bid you all adieu. So thank you very much for watching. As always, until next time, goodbye.